Okay, welcome to this tutorial. What you're going to do in this tutorial is you're going to continue learning how to use variables. Specifically, we're going to learn some arithmetic. We're going to learn how to utilize tax to complete a program. So the first thing we want to do is let's go ahead and build our interface. All right. So we're going to use a label. Use another label. Let's do like, I don't know, shirts or something. Let's do a text box. And we can just hit box, hit Control C on your keyboard, Control V, and we'll make another text box. Let's make sure these are lined up. So we're going to go to Format, Align, Bottoms, Format, Align, Bottoms. Okay. Let's go ahead and make a group box. Take all this stuff, drag it inside our group box. And we're going to call this group box. We're just going to change the text. Remember, it doesn't really matter what you call it. So we're going to call it, we're going to put the text shirt order. Okay? And then we're going to say long sleeve and then short sleeve. I think I'm spelling that right. That works. Just for you should probably put a semicolon, a colon at the end, just to make it look nice. We'll move these over. Okay, that's that. And then let's go ahead and make another toolbox. And this one we're just going to use a panel. And we're going to copy and paste. Control C, Control V. And here we're going to put tax rate. Let's go ahead and put a toolbox. Text box. Okay. And we will put another label. And we're going to put tax paid. And then we're going to do one more. And we're going to call this one price after tax. Okay, it's a little bit of a long one here. So let's go ahead and select all three of these. And then we'll go to Format, Align Rights. Okay, it works. We're going to add one thing to our panel. Actually, we're going to put it here. So we're going to put pre-tax price. We're going to put pre-tax price. We're going to make another label. This time we're going to go to auto size, and we're going to put false. What this will do, this will allow the label to retain its size. We're going to get rid of the text. Don't need any. And let's change the back color of it. Make it like a yellow. Is there yellow here? Nope. Okay. and then we'll add a few buttons. This would make more sense if it was in the pattern. And let's go ahead and add a button. And we're going to exaggerate this just to, not to be silly, but we're going to call this button pre-tax button. We're going to call this one price with tax. Okay, so this is our interface. If I were you, I'd go ahead and save this. I'm going to go ahead and save this myself. Let's see here. That works. I'm going to call this. Alrighty. So what I want to do is I want to take both of these and I want to go to Format, Make Same Size, both. Just so everything is excuse me, sized up nice and evenly here. Okay, so we're not going to do anything fancy. What we're going to do is we're just going to assume that the long sleeve price is, I don't know, $10 a shirt, and the short sleeve price is $5. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we're going to use this thing called const. What const is, that's a type of variable that it's like dim, but except you can't change it. So we're going to say const long sleeve we'll just say long S, long shirt as, we actually use double, equals, and we'll say it's $10.25. Let's see here. All right, and then we'll say const short as double equals 5.25. Okay, again, it'll just tell us a green squiggle, we haven't used it. And we'll just set up the variables we need, and then we're going to name all our text boxes. So we're going to say dim, we'll call it num of short dim. We'll just call it dim short shirts. Dim, what do you want to call it? I think number, short quantity and long quantity, that's what we'll call it. Short as, and we'll dim long quantity as. So what this is, this is the, what do you call it? This is the quantity of short and quantity of long. And the last one we'll do is we're going to dim short price as double. We're going to dim long price as double. And we're going to dim pre-tax price as double. Okay, so what we did was we have 3 sets of variables. If you guys put a little apostrophe, shirt prices, I'm going to put an apostrophe, shirt quantity, and go down here and put an apostrophe. We're going to call this we're going to rename this to cost, actually. We're going to call this shirt cost. Okay, so we have our prices, which are set in stone, sort of, so to speak. Our shirt quantities, I'll put another little space so you can see it better. And then we have our shirt costs. So now what we need to do is, I'm just going to give this a quick save. I'm going to go ahead and go to my form, and I need to name this. So I'm going to call this, this is the number of long sleeve shirts. So we're going to go to name, and we're going to call it long sleeve TV. short sleeve TB. Tax rate TB. This should actually be a label. Tax paid. These two should be labels. So we're going to Control C, Control V. I'm just going to put these down here. Just on the video, you'll know the yellow stuff's labels. So we're going to call this tax paid LBL. And we'll call this price with tax LBL. Okay. And this one is called pre-tax LBL. This one actually should be called post-tax LBL. That'll be better. Let's call that post-tax LBL. Okay. So we have everything set up. Let's call this pre-tax PTN. So we have some code in there already, as you can see. And we'll call this one post-tax PTN. Okay, and the only variable that I don't have here, which I don't really need, is tax, because obviously, if you look at the first button, this button goes with this stuff. There's nothing to do with tax. This button, we're going to add tax, so we're going to have to add some variables. I'm going to stop the video here, and what I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to code this. So in the next video, we'll code this, and we'll code that also. So we basically just set everything up. Here, what you can do is, before we stop it, let's go ahead and you're going to need all these again, so you could copy it. Go to your other one, paste it. And the only thing we'll need here is tax variables. So we'll say dim tax paid as double, dim tax rate as double, and dim post tax as double. All right, and that's it. We'll stop here, and then we'll we did part one, right? In the next part we'll code the rest.